Hello, good afternoon. It is Sunday, December 7th, 2025. It's 4:28 p.m. Eastern China Time. I'm going to be doing a crypto version of my weekly technical breakdown. I want to go over Bitcoin. I want to go over maybe Ethereum and a couple of other coins if I have some time. Um, just been a lot of controversy in the crypto markets. A lot of people are hesitant as to seeing what's going on. And if you're watching this, I hope you find this useful. By the way, this is not investment advice. This is just my own analysis, my own breakdown, and what I would do if I am in the crypto market. As you already know, I do day trade stocks and forex and futures. So crypto, I don't do much day trading, but I will do some longer term investing. Now, I looked at Bitcoin since the inception when it went public back in 2015, and we could see the current trend is bullish. I'm going to mark that on the chart so you can see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and we just recently hit all-time high. So what does that mean for crypto? It means that I have a very bullish outlook for Bitcoin. This is the monthly chart, and you can see that every single bar represents 1 month. And right now, the crypto market is still on a bull rally. I know there's been a lot of panic, and the news can sometimes overhype events. A lot of times, it might make it seem like the market's going to crash or whatnot. But if you look at Bitcoin longer term, it's extremely far away from any type of bear crash. Is it in a current bear market? Fairly. The past few months, yeah, it has been pulling back and declining. Overall, we are still bullish. So what do I expect from Bitcoin is I wouldn't buy it right now. Let me just show you what I see. I wouldn't really buy it right now because we are currently in a range. I can mark that range off right here so you can see a little bit more visually. Okay. All right, delete the drawing. So we are a little bit in a range. We can see that uh, right around January, early this year, we did hit some all-time highs, and price has been struggling to break out. If you did buy the highs, you unfortunately you got to wait some time. It could take several months before it really starts to break out. It could consolidate for an entire year. We don't know. It's done that in the past. If we look back in 2019, from May all the way through COVID, it was consolidating for almost a year, and so that is a possibility. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but um, this could be another consolidation, which is why I don't want to buy it. Um, but if we can break back above, take a look at this. We can break back above 105,000, then I may look for some additional buys. But it's really tough right now to buy it because there's not much liquidity above to buy into. So ideally, I would like to wait and see price break a little bit further down, maybe around this level that I marked off around the 74,000 level, and then create some sort of bounce to take it back on up to all-time highs. That would be a really nice time for me to buy, and I think that would be the best buying opportunity. So I like to buy when it's low, buy the dips and sell the rallies, and that's exactly what I'm explaining right now. Is Bitcoin is currently going through a temporary pullback, which is also known as a dip. So this pullback that you're seeing right now is not a bear market. Don't be scared. Honestly, I would not be nervous at all. I think this is very bullish for the um, immediate future. I don't see any type of red flags for a bear market um, or for a Bitcoin crash that everyone was saying. Now, let me just delete some of this and I can go down to the smaller term time frames. But yeah, that's my Bitcoin analysis. It's pretty quick. I don't really have anything much to say about that. It's just I will not buy it right now. Um, and if you are currently in some shares, I'm not telling you to sell it, but I would have been gone. I would have been taking out my orders right when it dipped below 107,000, and I would have just walked away with some cash. We don't know how far this is gonna go, but it is still ultimately bullish. Now, if you're still holding on to shares, um, just want to get you a little alert. If it does hit 73,000 and price continues to drop lower, that wouldn't be a really good time if I was still holding some buys. I would definitely sell it if it starts to dip below 70,000 because we don't know how low it can go. Um, it is currently going through a pullback. It's one of the deepest pullbacks in the past year. Um, and we could see that back in 2023, it did go through one of these pullbacks before, and that was actually a big decline. As you can see, that was at 65,000 and it declined all the way down to 14,000, and that was a huge panic time at the time. So, is it possible to see that? Maybe we dip down to 30,000. It is possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but we are overall bullish. Um, but that's why I would not be holding on to buys right now because we don't know how low this can go. If you were, say, you were buying back in 2021, this was like around COVID, um, and you exited right around here, then you could have bought back when the market started going bullish back right around here. And if you bought it here, you would have been able to experience this entire rally. So that would have been a really nice risk to reward. Let me delete this drawing on the chart and I will just mark up my forecast tool and show you where I would be buying after that drop. So I would essentially I would be buying right here. Give me a moment. I don't know why this thing makes it so huge. Just a moment. So I would be buying right around here. You can see this was a major level, so it's a little bit tough. We have like swing low, we have a swing high, we have a swing low. Swing high is right here. This is not a great area to buy. Just marking that off right here. I usually mark off my major levels before I actually go into the trades. So once this broke this major level, started pulling back, I would wait for the next trigger, which would happen right around here. That's why it had a little bit of chop. But yeah, I'll be buying right around there, and I'll have maybe a stop loss right here. And yeah, you can just literally just hold on to this the entire time. You could have gotten out right here for 6 times your risk, or you could just still been holding it. But that's kind of how you kind of navigate Bitcoin is you buy it and you hold it until it starts to drop like it's doing right now. And I would probably be selling it right when price started like actually declining, like right around this level is where I would actually be getting out of my shares, and I would have made about 12 times my risk. So if I risked $1,000 on this, I would make 12,000. If I risk 2,000, I make 24,000 and so forth. So um, that's my Bitcoin. As you can see, the holding period would have been about 2 years, but you would have made 12 times your average risk if you did buy it here with this exact analysis and just held it. So right now, Bitcoin is pulling back and is presenting another one of those opportunities. I don't see Bitcoin um, falling in the near future. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, if I was in some longs, I would liquidate my portfolio of crypto, of Bitcoin at least, and I would just wait until the near future when price does find a bottom. We don't know when the bottom is going to be made, so that's why I kind of broke that down like that. And you can also see on the daily chart that was a really the monthly chart that was a really nice month to buy, and it just kept on rallying. So hopefully that makes sense. No buying Bitcoin for me right now. Let's get on to Ethereum. So Ethereum is very similar when it comes to the context, like Bitcoin. It's bullish overall, but it has been ranging for the past couple of years. We can see that it hasn't really broken the 2021 highs, and we just seen it attempt to break all-time highs. And you can see now it's currently pulling back. So once again, Ethereum is one of those pairs that it's just smart to buy the dips. So don't buy it when it's up here. Buy it when it's sellers are exhausted and maybe there's a little support line right here. Buy it like maybe right here. That's probably a better time to buy it. Take it on up to all-time highs. Move that out the way. Yeah, take it on up to all-time highs, which would have been over here, and sell your shares. Um, that's what I would do personally. And then we have another opportunity coming, but it's really difficult. I would say Ethereum is actually in a much more tougher spot than Bitcoin. So I would just be a little bit on my hands and probably find something better to invest in. But if we look at a deeper, more in-depth look, let me just mark this off right here. Okay. So yeah, we're kind of in a range. As you can see, price isn't really going anywhere. And so range bound markets is best to just trade when it's buy it when it's low and sell it when it's back at the highs. Don't expect too much out of this range um, towards the upside because I don't think that this is going to happen anytime soon. It's been ranging for a couple of years, and it just requires a lot of patience for Ethereum. I think I'm saying it right. Now, looking at this 4 hour chart, I'm definitely not interested in this pair at all. We can see a little bit more in finer detail that it's just ranging in a pretty big range. And right now, we're at the highs of this range. So for me, I would not be interested in this at all because we are currently, I don't know, it looks very tricky. Looks like there's a recent swing low right here. Oops, trying to use my shortcut. There we go. Yeah, and price just dipped below that swing low, and it looks like it's retesting. So I would say for the short term, here's my breakdown. If you're gonna buy this, if it does come back above 3,300, there's a chance, wait for a pullback, create support, and you can buy it up to 4,700. That's a possibility, but like I said, because we are ranging right now, this is really tough. And I think that maybe the price might be undergoing a deeper pullback, and we might be seeing price come all the way down to 1,000 before a potential bounce higher. So that's my breakdown on ETH, Ethereum. I think I'm saying it right. But yeah, if you're in Ethereum, just kind of just be on standby as well. So with that being said, if you are urgently trying to buy some crypto, maybe you want to put your money into some assets at the moment and you're eager to do so and you don't want to wait, um, well, I do have a scanner. It will scan the markets for some potential. So I use FinViz. FinViz is I don't use it all the time, but I do use it for stocks. It's not going to tell you when to buy and when to sell, but it will show you like, if something is on the watch list, what to look out for. So when I go onto crypto on FinViz, it's just a screener. It's not going to give you signals. Um, these are just quotes, and I can see XRP has been underperforming. These are the ones that's been performing pretty well. Bitcoin is neutral, same as ETH, but there are some coins that are pretty on the lookout. So let's see EGLD. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna type EGLD, and I don't even know what that is, but we can do it together. Um, EGLD, here we go. And I want to do EGLD against the dollar or the UST. Let's do dollar because I trade in dollar. See what's going on here. So yeah, I don't know what the hype is for this, but it does not look good. So this, I'm definitely not gonna buy this. I don't know what the hype is, but you see how this is currently just dropping. This is definitely a scam, and I would stay far away from this. Like you bought this 2 years ago, expecting it to rise. It's been in a bear market. The context has literally been showing it's been dropping. It's been bearish. So why in the world would you buy this? This is this is a no, no bueno. I am not touching this. So let's go back. I don't know why that's in the top performer. Um, let's see one of the low performers, XRP. Maybe they have this backwards. So let's check out XRP. XRP futures. We can do XRP to dollar on Coinbase. I have a Coinbase. Okay, this looks a little bit better. They'll try to trick you on these scanners. That's why I was saying be careful. This is an underperformer, but we can see that it's been very bullish overall. Back in November, we had a huge spike. That's actually really good. XRP is relatively new, and we did have a recent range that we are currently within. Low right here. All right, and XRP has currently, we can see multiple wicks towards the support level of this range. So if this month, this is currently the month of December, if this month right now we are testing November lows, if we can flip bullish, then that might be some good buying opportunity on XRP on the monthly chart. Now, when I go into the weekly time frame, yeah, this is a lot more appealing. When I go into the weekly time frame, I could see XRP is currently just a moment. I have my drawing tool. We can see XRP is descending, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, huge dip, swing low. Ooh, yeah, this is kind of tricky, but right around here, XRP, we could flip above 2000 or 2035 levels. There's a possibility to go long and take it on to all-time highs, so that's not bad. XRP is actually going to be, maybe if I'm trading crypto and in the next week or two, XRP could have some nice rallying before Christmas or before New Year's. That's like a 1 hour trade, so it's a good potential long. Um, but yeah, that's what I would do for XRP. If I break it down on the daily chart, show a little bit finer detail. The weekly chart's still going to take some time. We can see the daily is kind of range bound. It is a little bit pushing towards the bullish side, but it's a little bit rangy still. Um, I kind of would. It's kind of hard. So if you're looking at the weekly and you're looking to hold XRP for multiple months, then sure, this isn't a bad thing. Like I said, I would wait though until these levels are taken out, 2,100 or 2.1 or whatever. On the daily chart, if you're looking to make some money within the next several weeks, I don't really see that happening on XRP. So I would also be careful. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just looking at the scanner. And this is 1 day relative performance. So um, what I would like to see is a performance over time. So let's just look at this and we can see which one has a, see, all crypto has been pretty trash this entire year. But there is one that sticks out, and this is the BNB USD. So I'm going to take a look at BNB USD. This is my first time seeing these, by the way. So I'm doing it in real time. So you can see, like, this is the most pure price action you're going to see. BNB, is this Binance? I guess it's Binance. I didn't even know they had their own coin. Okay, this is interesting. It is bullish on that daily. Ooh, okay. Maybe we just took out last month lows and we might be on our way up. So BNB is a pretty lucrative thing to buy. Um, yeah, this might actually not be bad. We'll just forecast this. Do go above current monthly highs. Stop loss be like right here. This is 1R. This might be, yeah, this might be something to trade. BNB. So yeah, the monthly is bullish. I do like this. So on the monthly chart, I would check this off. That's good. I like to see that. Now let's go on to the weekly chart. All right, this is interesting, y'all. I think I found a pair. Um, BNB USD. So there's a major level right here. Yep. We can break above the 900 levels and hold above there next week. There could be some good buying opportunity. I'll say the first target would be about a 1079. If we could break above there and stay above, then we can go towards all-time highs. So this would be something that I would actually be interested in buying. The context, it checks off. It's bullish with higher highs and higher lows, so that's good. The pattern is a potential RB North. Also, yeah, this could be a RB North. Um, so this is definitely a possible long to the upside. And yeah, this is the dip looks like it's getting exhausted. We can see it was been selling off for several weeks already. And prior to that, we did have a very strong rally. So this is all a lot of green flags is being checked off. So this might be something I might be interested in putting some capital in. And we can see that price, the daily chart, it's still super bullish. There was just a dip, but that dip is getting exhausted. We have some swing lows right around here, and price had closed above here recently. So we can come into next week, close back above this level, like I said, have a slight pullback. I will 100% be interested in selling this. There's some sellers liquidity right here, right here, right here. So if you're shorting this market, there is some levels to buy into, and this could be a very lucrative thing to trade. So let me show you my exact trade setup if I were to trade this next week. And this is all hypothetical. This is not happening yet, but if I were to be trading this, I don't like the way this. Let me delete this. If I were to be trading this, yeah, we can come up here, pull back, maybe like something like this, get some new low highs. Have a stop loss maybe down here. First target would be about 2R. You can take it up there, and the second target, you can take it on possibly up to all-time highs. So that would be about 6 times your risk. So what I mean by stop loss is if you buy it when it comes up here, and obviously I need to wait for my pattern, but buy it when it's up here, I would sell it and lose money if it goes anywhere below 856. But if it stays above that and continues rallying, then I would just hold my shares and I would wait to see the reaction around this level, and then I'll be able to see whether I want to sell some shares and leave a runner, or if I want to hold the entire thing and sell it at the highs, or if I want to liquidate the entire position if it starts to reject or reject hard and fall off. So yeah, Binance coin. I didn't even know they had a coin, but to me that's very bullish. It checks off very bullish context, higher highs, higher lows on the daily. This is a lower time frame compared to the weekly and monthly. So we could see this rise that high in the next couple months. To be honest, it's not going to take several months or a year or so because we're not looking at the weekly or monthly. And yeah, this checks off. So I was able to use this scanner. I was able to find the odd one. Oh, I don't know what that is. I was able to find the odd one, the anomaly, which is this one right here. And I was actually able to use that. And like I said, the performance over the year and the year to date. There's also another one right here, BCH. Um, I don't know what that is, but I could take a quick look. So Binance Coin, check off if you're looking at Binance Coin. That is something good. Um, and BCH is Bitcoin Cash. Okay, Bitcoin Cash. Looks like this might be on a rally. This is tough, but it is overall bullish. the context, so that's a good thing if you're looking to buy Bitcoin Cash. The weekly chart, a little bit tough. We can see the weekly is kind of still bearish and in a big range. So I would not be buying this based off of the weekly. Um, and then the monthly, it's not very bullish. It's actually kind of bearish. So maybe we're range bound and we could like see these highs taken out. But I would stay away from Bitcoin Cash. It's kind of underperforming. And yeah, if you're looking for really short term moves though, um, it's kind of already over. But if you want to buy it right here and sell it up here, it's not going to present the most optimal risk to reward. So I mean, I'll show you. Here to buy it here, I would not do that. I think it's going to trap buyers and potentially sell off. So yeah, this is probably something that would be smarter to sell, and I wouldn't sell it based off a daily time frame. I would actually probably go down to the 4 hour, uh, which also looks kind of tricky. Maybe you go on down to it's more like an intraday type of pair that you can probably scalp. So or do some day trading. Bitcoin Cash is definitely not something that I would touch. But I'm looking at the time frames to see where would I touch this. Honestly, I wouldn't touch this at all. It's in a very tough spot, and I think that this might start pulling back. If you're looking long term, though, based off the weekly chart, uh, yeah, just I would stay away. I would stay away from Bitcoin Cash. You can see how this scanner can be good and also bad. So I will look at the performance over the year, and that would actually be a lot more accurate. And some of these might have some potential rallies, but a lot of this is just trash. The crypto market right now is currently garbage. I would just stay away. And if I were to be looking into any longs, it would be the Binance coin. It looks like that's the best chart. As you can see, I can scan these really quick. And yeah, we just looked at XRP and everything. So yeah, hopefully this half an hour video um, suit you well. And you can see how I can combine my price action reading along with my skills to be able to know when to trade and when not to trade and make it very simple. In half an hour, I was able to go over several crypto coins and I found at least one potential good one. And that might be something I'm interested in looking to buy over the course of the next couple of weeks. So hopefully now you can see how simple I make investing into crypto. And I don't look at the news. I don't care what they say. I don't overcomplicate it. This is what I do. So I'm gonna follow up with the Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, the Binance Cash over the course of the next week, and I'll just be checking on it daily. Maybe every couple of days. But when I do see that breakout, I'm gonna be using my daily chart because this is the chart that I'm gonna be looking to potentially go long. And sometime in the next week, if we can break out, pull back, maybe before Friday, I can look for a buy. And if it, I'll have an alert set around 860. If it goes below there, I'll just get out. But if it stays above there and triggers above this current high of 923, so I should mark that off as well. Then I'm going to look for some longs, and I would buy this all the way up. Uh, and yeah, I can update you all within the next week or two. But yeah, hopefully you had some good insight on this video. Trade safe out there, invest safe and wisely.